Something strange has been following Oprah Winfrey's name again. Not a movie, not a book, not a viral sit-down. This time, it's a school. A girls' academy in South Africa that was once celebrated as a symbol of hope is now being pulled back into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Old scandals are resurfacing, dark rumors are spreading fast online, and suddenly 50 Cent is right in the middle of it, throwing gasoline on a fire the internet was already eager to grow. The question sounds simple, but it carries weight. What is real and what has been twisted into something darker than the facts actually show? This story doesn't start with chaos. It starts with praise. In 2007, Oprah opened the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa. The project reportedly cost around $40 million. The vision was clear and powerful. Provide underprivileged girls with elite education, safety, structure, and a future. Many of them were never offered. World leaders applauded the move. Global media celebrated it. The school was framed as proof that influence could be used for good. At the time, it looked untouchable. But cracks appeared early, and some people never forgot them. Not long after the school opened, a major scandal broke. One of the dorm matrons was charged with serious abuse involving multiple students. Police stepped in. Parents were outraged. The media moved fast. Oprah flew to South Africa herself, dismissed senior leadership, and addressed the situation publicly. Cameras captured her emotional response. She apologized. She promised accountability. To many, it looked like decisive action. To others, it felt like damage control under pressure. The arrests were real, the harm was real. And even after the headlines faded, the unease stayed attached to the school's name. Years later, another disturbing story surfaced. A student secretly gave birth. The newborn was later found inside a bag. Police investigated the case. No formal charges were filed against the student. The situation was tragic, complicated, and heartbreaking. But online, it didn't stay grounded in facts. Rumors spiraled. Claims appeared with no evidence. Some stories went far beyond what was ever confirmed. And once again, the school's name was dragged into something far darker than the official record showed. Then, everything went quiet. For years, there were no trending clips, no viral accusations, no headlines dominating feeds. Until an old rivalry re-entered the conversation and shifted the tone completely. Oprah and 50 Cent had tension long before any school rumors resurfaced. Early in 50's career, he wanted an interview with Oprah to reshape his public image. She reportedly declined. She didn't agree with his music, his message, or the culture surrounding it at the time. That rejection hit a nerve. 50 responded publicly, mocking her audience and calling out what he saw as hypocrisy and how hip-hop artists were treated. Their back and forth created a Cold War that lasted for years. Eventually, the interview did happen, but 50 later suggested it wasn't because Oprah suddenly changed her mind. He believed industry pressure forced the site down due to how massive his career had become. The tension never disappeared, it just went silent. And then other artists started talking. Ludacris later spoke about his experience appearing on her show while promoting the movie Crash. He expected a conversation about the film. Instead, he felt pushed into a confrontation about the language in his music. When the episode aired, parts of his response were edited out. According to him, it made him look cornered and unprepared. The frustration lingered. Not long after that, Dave Chappelle appeared on the show following his decision to walk away from a massive deal. Instead of focusing on his creative choice, the conversation leaned heavily into his mental state. Viewers noticed the pressure. Dave later hinted that the experience felt uncomfortable, even forced. At the time, these moments felt isolated. Years later, people began connecting them. Was this coincidence, or was there a pattern? Then actresses entered the spotlight and the noise got louder. In 2023, Taraji P. Henson shocked many when she spoke openly about being underpaid for the color purple. She described exhaustion, frustration, and reaching a breaking point. The response online was explosive. Support flooded in. And once again, Oprah's name was pulled into the conversation, because of her role in the project and her influence in the industry. That reopened an even older wound. For years, Monique has accused Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels of pushing her out of Hollywood after she refused to do unpaid press tours for Precious. She revealed she was paid a fraction of what she felt the role deserved, despite the film's success. She said she was expected to cover travel and lodging costs from that same pay. Her anger spilled into interviews where she made it clear she believed her career was damaged on purpose. This is where 50 Cent stepped in publicly. He supported Monique. He backed Taraji. He called for apologies. He hinted that power was being used behind the scenes to silence people who pushed back. And with that, every unresolved issue tied to Oprah's name came rushing back into public view. Then the internet went further. Social media posts began claiming that girls were now disappearing from Oprah's South African school. Reaction videos exploded. Some claimed multiple students had gone missing. Others tied the school to global crime rings with zero proof. Some even tried linking it to Epstein, despite no verified connection. Fear spread faster than facts. Here's the critical point. As of now, there are no verified police reports confirming that students are currently missing from the school. No official investigation supports those viral claims. What exists are past, documented scandals mixed together with fresh internet speculation. But once fear takes hold, facts struggle to keep up. People then resurfaced Oprah's past connection to Harvey Weinstein, old red carpet photos, public praise from years ago. When Weinstein was exposed, Oprah stated she had no knowledge of his crimes. Critics questioned how someone so close could see nothing. Supporters argued that many in Hollywood were misled. No charges were ever connected to Oprah, but suspicion became fuel. Now, take all of this: past school scandals, pay disputes, celebrity interviews, old feuds, Weinstein, social media fear, blend it into one storm. That's how the current narrative was born. The truth is uncomfortable on both sides. Real harm did occur at that school. Staff members were arrested. Students were affected. A tragic newborn case happened. Those are confirmed events. At the same time, the claims of girls currently vanishing remain unverified. No public evidence supports them right now. The gap between what is proven and what is assumed is where the internet thrives. Oprah built an empire on trust, storytelling, and influence. But influence cuts both ways. The bigger the platform, the louder the accusations when something goes wrong. Especially when someone like 50 Cent steps into the conversation and amplifies every doubt. This story hits harder because it touches so many nerves at once. Education, power, money, fame, protection, race, influence. It's not just gossip. It's about who gets believed, who gets questioned, and who gets protected when the spotlight turns dark. Some believe Oprah has spent decades shaping narratives to protect herself. Others believe she's being targeted precisely because of her influence. Some see 50 Cent as exposing what others are afraid to say. Others think he's fueling chaos for attention. What's clear is this: old verified scandals are being recycled into new fear, and the truth is being buried under emotional reactions. Families deserve peace. The public deserves clarity. And the internet deserves responsibility, because when stories turn into storms, real people are the ones standing in the damage. And that leaves one final question. Are people uncovering something no one wants to address? Or has the internet taken old scars and turned them into a new nightmare without proof? Stories like this don't end when the video stops. Old interviews resurface, new clips appear, narratives shift again, and suddenly everything feels wide open. What began as a school built on hope became years of questions, arguments, and online storms that still refuse to settle. Some parts are backed by records, some live only through rumors and screenshots, and viewers are left trying to separate what truly happened from what simply spread the fastest. That tension is why these stories stick. Power creates reactions, fame creates theories, and when both mix with silence, the noise gets louder than the facts. Whether you believe the internet is exposing hidden truth or stretching old wounds into something darker, one thing is certain. This story isn't finished.